canceled it, because if you look at like LBHD, they had a similar thing, and they've got, under Customer Corner, they've got a e-newsletter as well, and you can see what they've done is they've taken a form and they've embedded, this is our form that they've embedded on their site, and then it's got the same functionality as PSN, except they're using our site for it as opposed to PSN. So when I fill out this form, it automatically goes into the e-marketing database on More Than Rewards. Where here, if they fill out the form, it goes into the PSN site. And that thing is called Forms. So you go under Manage Website Forms. You click e-marketing, then you go under Manage Website Forms. And so if they see they don't have any forms, you can do Create a Form. And I'll just zip through this and create a form here, and I'll just call it Newsletter. And then I'll just pick the basic default, but there's different theme templates they can use. Like, Georgia Orange, should preview design. So it can see, it'll make a form that looks kind of like that.
Okay.
And you notice I checked first name, last name, so it's going to automatically add first name and last name to the form. So customers can sign up for either HTML or text. And then what they want to do is if they want to drop that form on their website, they come down here and they do next. And I'm just going to pick the default, so the default will work. They can customize the look and feel of it if they want, but I'm just going to pick the default. So then what it does is it generates this code that they copy and paste on their website, and when they do that, it'll basically drop that form on their site. So then if they want to come back in here again, see they have this form called Newsletters now, they can do Get HTML, and it'll generate the code. So if they want to drop that form on their website, all they do is copy and paste that code, and if you hit View, it'll drop a form that looks like that on their website.
Right.
So that would be another area that they should probably update, on their site. But now let's just say they want to market to those customers, right? So they can come over here, they can create an email campaign, and then they can give that campaign a name. So they can call it like, big sale next week. And then they can pick one of the templates, like, I'll just pick this Harley Davidson Ultra Clean. And then this is where they actually build the newsletter at. So this is where they can create the subject. So they could say, big sale next week. And then usually what we'll do is tell people to hit this little button here in the corner.
Yeah.
Which will maximize it, because then it's easier to work with. Otherwise, you're working in a tiny little window.
Right.
So basically, you come here, you hit this button. This is just like Microsoft Word. If you hit preview down here, it'll show you how the newsletter's going to look.
Sure.
So, so they come here, they can go images, they can upload an image. So like here, they've got their logo here imported. If they choose that logo, it should preview over here on the right, and then they can do insert image. Now you notice one thing that I see here is when I drop this image in here, look at how huge this image is. So what this tells me is that they probably should have resized this image prior to importing it, because the file size is probably pretty big, because it's so big. So if they go into Photoshop or something and resize it, they probably should make it smaller so it'll fit like in here. But if you want to, you can click it, and you can click it and then take the corners and shrink it down if you want.
Right.
Like this.
Right.
Try to get it to fit in there more, and then you can drag it over and drop it in there as well.
Right. Okay.
So you can kind of see what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so then when that's all done, they just preview, they're ready to go. Okay, the mail looks good. They click their little box here to shrink it back down. And then what they can do is, below that is, there's another box where they can do a text version, because, some email clients won't support HTML, if you get it on, phone or something where they can't get HTML. So it'll say, your